Our first story this week takes a look at how AI will be the new voice of Darth Vader in the Star Wars franchise, after the beloved voice actor James Earl Jones retires at 91. While hunkered down in bomb shelters and basements, employees of the Ukrainian synthetic speech startup Respeecher have been hard at work training AI models to reproduce the menacing voice of James Earl Jones as Darth Vader for the Obi-Wan Kenobi television series. Lucasfilm has said that Respeecher's work possesses a particularly human quality that makes it stand out from other AI voice providers, and captures the magic of James Earl Jones' voice from half a lifetime ago. At 91, the actor has signed off on Respeecher's work and is officially hanging up his cape as Darth Vader, stepping back into a role of occasional guidance while his AI counterpart does the vocal heavy lifting for future Star Wars adaptations and spin-offs. We're so happy that AI is enabling characters like Darth Vader to continue on as their original voice actors, writers, and artists intended. Do you have a favorite Darth Vader voice moment? Let us know in the comments. In our next story, OpenAI has just made its automatic speech recognition system Whisper open source. In spite of the leaps and bounds we've made in language models, speech recognition remains a fairly challenging problem in AI and machine learning. The thing that makes Whisper different to the massive systems powering services like Google Translate is that it was trained on 680,000 hours of multilingual and multitask data collected from the web, which lead to improved recognition of unique accents, background noise, and technical jargon. According to its GitHub repo, the primary intended users of Whisper models are AI researchers studying robustness, generalization, capabilities, biases, and constraints of the current model. However, because the system was trained on a large amount of noisy data, OpenAI cautions Whisper might include words in its transcriptions that weren't actually spoken. Possibly because it's both trying to predict the next word in audio and trying to transcribe the audio itself. Despite this, OpenAI sees Whisper's transcription capabilities being used to improve existing accessibility tools. Will you be taking a look at Whisper now that it's open source? Moving on to our next story, Tesla unveiled its Optimus robot in a live demo on the 1st of October during Tesla's annual AI Day. The biggest takeaways from the demo are the incredible speed with which the robot was developed and the focus on efficient manufacturability in the robot's design. Many experts in the robotics field praise the fact that Tesla's robotics team was able to go from nothing to a working prototype within 1 year, even though the actual capabilities of the robot itself aren't particularly new or innovative. Another major talking point from the demo is Musk's mention of a $20,000 price point, which would make Optimus incredibly accessible in a market where a humanoid robot usually costs around $150,000. For a great roundup of some expert roboticists' reactions to the demo, take a look at the link in the description below. Our final story this week is about the White House Office of Science and Technology Policy's release of their blueprint for an AI Bill of Rights. The 5 principles outlined in the blueprint are that people have a right to control how their data is used, to opt out of automated decision-making, to live free from ineffective or unsafe algorithms, to know when AI is making a decision about them, and to not be discriminated against by unfair algorithms. One of the big criticisms leveled at the proposed bill, however, is that it's simply a recitation of ethical AI principles, because it's effectively a non-binding white paper. The bill is aimed at the use of AI in the federal government and doesn't actually have any legal authority over the biggest creators and users of AI, large companies. In response to these critiques, Alondra Nelson, OSTP Deputy Director for Science and Society, says, "We too understand that principles aren't sufficient. This is really just a down payment. It's just the beginning and the start." Annette Zimmerman, who researches AI, justice, and moral philosophy at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, says that while she's impressed with the content of the bill, she believes the blueprint shies away from acknowledging that in some cases, rectifying injustice can require not using AI at all. She further said that she'd like to see enforceable legal frameworks that can hold people and companies accountable for designing or deploying harmful AI. What do you think of this proposed bill? Let us know in the comments. That brings us to the end of another
weekly roundup. This is the undisputed home of the latest and greatest in data science.